Are you going to intro?
Yes, I will be introing.
But before we have that, we do have something which Lisa would like to...
But there is something that we wanted to show you guys before we start.
Feel it going on.
There's about to be a secret video revealed, and I'm really nervous.
Hi everyone, Assalamu alaikum jami'an.
Everyone, we built a lot of memories together in Berlin, and I had so much pleasure with everyone and thinking with all of you guys and sharing our story and co-founder dynamics in Berlin.
And all of you, I wish you all the best for the demo day. You're amazing individuals, great startups, rock the world and beat people's asses and get investments. I'm also here to make an announcement that is not easy to say, but I will be leaving Sadid. This decision was really hard to take. It took me really some courage to do so.
But unfortunately, was a misalignment between the co-founders of Sadid about the vision and about the direction of Sadid, and sometimes that's not easy to maintain between founders to go through, and it was a very tough day for Sadid.
Womena definitely have taught us with the co-founder dynamics that it's very much important that we listen to each other and that we express our feelings, our thoughts, our fear in a very much honest way. So please continue doing that. Thank you again for Womena being so understanding.
And from our side, we wish all the best for Hawarga and her career. And she had a huge value when she joined Sadid, and a great asset for any company. And thank you all for everything.
But again, here my journey in the Womentum ends as well. I am the ex-co-founder of Sadid, but always a family member of Womena.
Thank you for great times that we spent together. Thank you. Bye bye.
I feel myself if I was in the situation. So I have like this friendship relationship with them, with Huda, and with all this leash team. So I just think I just put myself in this situation, and it's hard for me. That's why. So
that was tough. And I know a lot of the startups felt really emotional about that announcement. It was unexpected for everybody.
I think that it's also such an important lesson for all the companies to see and to experience for themselves that co-founder trust is a make or break for the company.
For me, it was pretty emotional just because Hawarga, for me in this program, we're very different people. But I think she's been one of the most sort of inspiring people to me on the program. She's giving me a lot of confidence, and I've always admired her position within her team.
It's good for them that they've reached that decision very early on, so they don't waste each other's times and emotions doesn't build up more. Yet, it's still sad. I mean, they were part of the cohort.
I don't think it was a huge surprise that Sadid had pulled out of the program, but it was quite a surprise that Hawarga was leaving Sadid.
Yeah, that was a shock.
That was a shock. We hadn't anticipated that at all.
And I think it just shows an inevitability of entrepreneurship. It's that co-founders go through rough times, and sometimes, like at a certain point, you don't necessarily share the same vision anymore for a business. And I think I admire and Hawarga even more and respect her for knowing when it was the right time to walk away.
Honestly, demo day is less than a week away and my investment decision comes right after that. So there's really no time to dwell. We just have to put our heads down, hustle, and get back to work.
We're visiting Labor and Water's offices, and they're actually going to help us with some legal advice about like getting our startups incorporated and stuff like that.
My name is Nermeen Shatila, and I'm an investment associate at Ride Ventures. As a VC, we look at the key metrics for different business models, which could be users or gross revenues. From there, we start looking a little bit deeper at how much they're making off their customers in terms of net revenues. And we deep dive into their unit economics to understand how scalable they are as a business.
Sit or lie comfortably, quietly, away from your f***ing Slack and your never-ending hole you call inbox.
Because as entrepreneurs, we have so much tolerance and so much resilience. We're built for this. That's why we're building companies. And that's where the signs of burnout is very important. Okay, so the startups are going through their one-page personal plan, which helps them kind of put together what they're going to start, what they're going to stop, and what they're going to accomplish when it comes to things to do with their friends, their family, their faith, fitness, and finances.
Set up a time each day. It's going to be taxing, but an hour to talk with my daughter and an hour to talk with MENA, my wife. And I would like to start saving at one point in my life.
One of the things I really like about being an entrepreneur is I have the freedom to every day drop off my kids and pick them up from nursery, and I want to continue to do that.
Make specific quality time almost daily with my husband.
This is something that I wrote down because it's something I was able to identify in myself in the past 2 or 3 months, is talking to people and actually listening to what they're saying. I'd be involved in conversations, but I'd realise quite soon afterwards that actually I wasn't listening to the person at all, and maybe more selfishly I was thinking about what I was going to say in the conversation, stuff like that. So I found actually when I started to really listen and remember what people are saying and take notice of it, that I enjoyed speaking to people a lot more than I had been done. I got more of that kind of mentality that I had when I was younger that I liked. So that's something I was able to identify that I was really quite pleased about.
Beautiful. So revise this document, keep it simpler. If you feel those 4 are too much, keep only 2. Just focus on driving those 2 home, and then next quarter you can change it, you can add.
Demo day!
I was so comfortable, but now I'm not. Very, very excited.
This is the battle stage, guys.
It's our day today.
This is the big day.
Yeah. To the stage.
How does it feel?
Awesome. Put me on that stage now.
Tara, how you feeling? Cool.
It's been a long journey. It's been a long road. It is the last day. We're gonna kick ass. Everything's gonna go fine. And all we need to remember is just to have a good time. 1, 2, 3, demo day!
Want to see a power pose? 3, 2, 1.
I think that demo day is the real validation of a program's success or failure. Do you have enough interest from the region's investors to actually show up? We had an RSVP list that was full of the who's who of the Middle East investment community. They had an audience of everyone they needed to speak to right in front of them, so the stakes were really high.
Furniture, I cannot focus. I can't focus.
Is this the biggest pitch you guys have been part of?
For me, it's the biggest one. Oh my god.
Actually, yeah, this is the first time pitching in English.
Nerves.
No nerves. We are all cool. It's all done. It's not there.
National memberships and
How are you feeling?
good. A bit nervous. The turnout is really good. We're gonna have a good show.
This is officially our debut, I guess, as Womentum to the wider Middle Eastern ecosystem. And more importantly, it's a historic moment for the region. There's never been a program focused on building the community of female entrepreneurs in this region. As investors, we weren't really seeing the type of deals and the type of entrepreneurs that we wanted. We were wondering why. Why was there such a lack of female representation in the entrepreneurial space? From this, I'd like to get into business a little bit.
Can you guys describe the tech itself? How does it work?
We created an innovative construction material based on 80% of plastic waste and eco-friendly chemicals to create our sustainable products.
A gamified employee engagement solution that provides data-driven insights to improve engagement, retention, and productivity in the workplace.
Now, what sets us apart is not only that we're 100% AR powered through all our items, but also customers can interact with different furniture pieces from different stores simultaneously with accurate measurements.
This investment platform that helps the industry to manage its processes more quickly, more efficiently, with fewer mistakes, and to consolidate and analyze its investor data.
We have to pay for the school, we have to pay for the bus, and we have to pay for the sport activities they are doing. To let you know, we have 5 kids, okay? So we have to pay a lot of things.
Our business model is very simple. We charge a transaction fee per every payable item in the community.
But the beauty of our business does not just lie here. It lies in numbers. This is what you're all in for, right? Numbers, real solid numbers.
Only 22% of companies are currently getting good results from their employee engagement surveys. Jazzy, in comparison, when testing with these pilot clients, was getting 41% higher response rates.
CBEX helped to save resources by 30%, increase the agriculture production in terms of quantity and quality by 20%, and save time while planning for irrigation by 80%.
Mrati is a business growing 30%, quarter over quarter, non-stop.
What we've done and succeeded in doing is that we've signed 4 clients already on our platform.
And we have made $140,000 in 2017 as sales revenue, and we've doubled it by the 3rd quarter of 2018.
We now have an open cocktail, and we invite you all to mix and mingle and have a beautiful conversation. So thank you once again to everybody involved and all of you supporting us. It's really an honor. Thank you, guys.
It's actually going good.
So that was it. That was Womentum. It's over. It went as well as it could have gone. And now it's time to go make a real decision. Who am I going to invest in? Hope you enjoyed the ride.
Next on Womentum. Because I know she'll be okay. So after a very long deliberation,